Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to this episode of Kendo Video Feedback. Okay, so here we are for another episode of Kendo Video Feedback. In these videos, I basically take some footage that you wonderful channel viewers have sent in to me. We watch it together. I give you some feedback and hopefully everybody learns something. We've got a couple of submissions today, some really interesting ones. We've got a grading exam and we've got some Shiai as well. And they're at different sort of ends of the spectrum as well. We're looking at a 6th Dan exam and I think we're looking at a Q division Shiai. So there's something for everyone, really. We're going to jump to the videos in just a sec, but before we do, you know the score by now, yeah? We have to increase the Kendo population by setting out the YouTube robot ninjas to go and get more people into Kendo. You do that by liking, sharing, subscribing, enabling notifications, and most importantly, in this section, is to write a comment down below that uses the word Kendo. What a fantastic Kendo video, something like that, so that the robot ninjas know that it's Kendo that they have to get them started in, okay? However, there's one more thing, and I think you know what I'm going to say. If you like these videos, whether it's these feedback videos, whether it's Kendo rant, whether it's the instructional stuff I could put out, the analytical stuff I put out, and it's all free, right? It's all free. I don't ask you to pay me for it, all right? You don't have to buy the subtitles, none of that stuff, okay? No monthly subscriptions. It's all free. And all you have to do to support the channel, and this is the best bit, is shop at KendoStar.com. KendoStar is the best Kendo equipment website in the history and future of the human race. Now, of course, I would say that as the owner of the place, all right? But everyone agrees with me, all right? Everyone agrees with me. Pretty much everyone in your dojo is probably already shopping with us by now anyway, all right? So you get, not only do you get to support the channel, but you get fantastic, brilliant, amazing Kendo equipment that's designed specifically for the international market. And I'm talking about a brand that's been specifically developed for you, yeah? And this is something that's been going on for years now, yeah? We are the OG of this, all right? So you get the best in terms of equipment, and not only that, you get the service that only we can provide, all right? I'm not operating this out of my garage, my mum's basement, or anything like that, out in my back bedroom, all right? We're an established company with a full team of experts that are there to help and guide you. So you get the best gear, you get the best service, and you support the channel. As the ancient Japanese proverb goes, everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. So, with all that said, let's have a look at these videos. So let me see if I can get a bit of a description on each of them. Okay, so first one. Hello Fish Sensei, please see my Jitsugi videos at the recent Rokudan Shinsa attempt in Fukuoka, Japan. Your feedback would be most appreciated. I'm preparing for my next attempt later in the year. And we've got 2 fights. I'm on the right of the screen at the beginning of each fight. Okay, so okay. So let's have a look. So you are on this side here. Okay, so this is a 6th Dan exam that happened in Japan, in Fukuoka. I used to live in Fukuoka. I love it there. Now, I'm going to preface this first of all right? I currently have 6th Dan. That means that I'm not qualified to examine for 5th Dan, all right? 6th Dan, sorry. I'm not qualified to examine 5th Dan either. I can do up to 4th Dan. When you're 6th Dan, you can do up to 4th Dan. So I'm going to tell you this from the point of view of somebody who has passed the test, not from the point of view of someone who is examined for the test, all right? So all I can tell you is my idea of what I think you have to do to pass and what worked for me, all right? Now, it's difficult to say. I don't have a great deal of experience in the 6th Dan exam either. Luckily, I only took it once, but it appears that what I did was the right thing. And I think that my sort of thought process going into that exam was correct. Not only was it reinforced by receiving the grade, but I have obviously talked a lot about it with the senior senseis who sit on that level of grading panel to find out what it is that you need to do, right? And I think I understand it pretty well. So with that said, let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. This is fight 1. Okay. So you're on this side here. It's only show grading. You only get a minute, I think, for 6th Dan. The first thing I'm going to say, right, I don't think this is like make or break, but your Kensen's a little bit high. All right, your Kensen's a little bit high. All right, so I don't think it's projecting your semi very convincingly towards your opponent. Okay, so this is the Shotachi. So let's have a look at this first. All right, now neither of you managed to make this strike. Okay, neither of you managed to make the strike. Okay. Did yours hit? I don't think it did, right? Or maybe it did. Maybe it sort of hit, didn't it? Yeah, it did hit. It did hit actually. So look, you got this hit, but the problem is, is your strike is like responsive to them, and you can tell by the way your left foot moves. See how when you're about to strike, you move your left foot back, and hit, and it just so happens you are faster than the other guy, so you managed to hit. All right, but it's not the hit or not hit, whether you hit or not hit isn't the main core of what they're looking at. That's just the kind of result of what they're looking at. So the thing is he impressed his semi on you, and then you responded and attacked. I don't know if this guy passed or failed, but you know, he was able to get you to hit. He just wasn't able to make it work for him, and instead received the waza. So although he got hit, it wasn't so much that you beat him, it's that he messed up. Okay. This is okay. See, now you're starting to impress your semi a bit more, which is good. So this time you make the good attempt to strike, but unable to make the strike. Because again, there's this kind of like, I think, again, it's hard to see from this angle, but it doesn't look like there's one side or the other. You're both kind of like this, and then both just go, man, sort of this way. So yeah, there's like this sort of situation here where you're both trying to impress the semi, but then you both, this is just what it looks like from this angle, you both seem to just go, where there's no like one of you actually seem to be taking control of the situation. So, and then of course neither of the strikes managed to connect. I like the way you're impressing the semi though. You know, this is good. This is good. This is good. I don't know what's about to happen. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is all right. Right, so here's the thing, right? This degote is good, but you need to improve it from a technical point of view, all right? When you swing for degote, you don't want to bring the shinai this big, all right? This big, all right? So the problem is because of that, by the time you've made contact, he's sort of well into it, and it kind of all looks a little bit, it's not like really clear. It's not like really clear degote. It's like, oh, did he just say kote? The semi bit is good. Yeah, okay, so this is a good Kaisido from this side. I don't know if this guy passed or not, but you see how he got you to hit the men? This bit. Here. And you're like, oh, so you hit the men, and he sets up the Kaisido. Okay, so it's a good Kaisido. This is the kind of thing they're looking for, I think. This is quite a good man, but then like it looks a little bit like you were kind of surprised that it hit. So because it's really clear, but then like it can't, the Zanshin Kime sort of falls off. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, This could be a little bit more dynamic, you know. So yeah, unfortunately, this Imen is a little bit more reactive. This last one. This one here. See how he steps in, takes the initiative, and then you respond. So I don't know. I couldn't predict the result on this side. I think on this side, you know, I think it is about that taking that initiative, making sure it's you that's controlling the situation. Let's have a look at your second match. So on this side again. This side again. Okay, so this guy is like appears already to be higher level than the last guy. All right, a little bit more skilled. All right, he's got, I like the Kamae, but he's got the proactive semi straight away. Even though he's not rushing, but he's already, he looks like he's coming to attack you. Bam, man, yeah. See, so very good men from that side. But unfortunately, what happened is like he totally got you to move in his timing. Yeah, here, like, and then you start, oh, and then you can see how your feet sort of kind of slightly panic, and it gets you to hit, and that's what he wants. So he's coming now, and then you have to respond, and he hits the perfect men. Okay, so I expect this guy passed looking at this, just this Shotachi, unless he messes up later. But that's what's happened there. Okay, it's about that interaction, the split second before the strike happens. See what I'm saying? Let me see that one again. It's hard to see from this angle, but quite good. Kotenuki men there you see as well. So you see your semi is good. Semi was good. But you see how your Kensen starts to come up, so it looks like you're probably going to hit the kote. So I think you kind of telegraphed kote a little bit as well. So his semi is quite aggressive, right? And I think it's good that you're also trying to press the semi as well, but it looks like you're a bit affected by his semi, you know. Yeah, you see, there it is. There, this is the thing. This is the like what I think the what they're looking for is this. You see this Nukido here. It's not this bit. It's the bit a split second before it. This bit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You see where Shiai is, and he goes slightly forward that way. It's really subtle. It's like that much. He goes like that with his Shiai, and that's enough to get you to come for him, which is what he wanted, so that he could do this brilliant Nukido. All right. So it's just he builds this. He uses this semi, this very proactive semi, yeah, to get you in this position where you're like, okay, well, I want to do semi as well, and I want to hit, and then all he has to do is go like that, and then you hit, so you can do this kind of waza. That's what they're kind of looking for in this high level shinsa. Okay. Okay. And there we go. So it's really all about that. It's called taking the sen, or taking the initiative. All right. But you have to create the scenario where that works in the first place. It doesn't just work automatically. You have to kind of get this situation where they're ready to go, like they're really trigger happy, and they're kind of a little bit, you know, ready to come for you, and then tap, bam, 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 whatever. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, especially this guy's very, very good, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you. I know for a fact that the level in Fukuoka is very high. I used to live there. I know, right? It's a very high level of Shinsa. So I think he did well, and it wouldn't surprise me if you got some passes from some of the senseis, just not quite enough. Especially your first tachi is much better. It's kind of a bit. Probably if you'd had two tachi similar to the first one, maybe you might have had a better result. But obviously you had a difficulty with this second opponent who was very, very skilled. But I mean, I think you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. But I think you really need to focus on making sure it's you that gets the waza to happen. Yeah. Is probably what I'd go with. Okay. Right. Let's move on. Right. So next video. Let me get the accompanying text. Okay, it says, hi, I'm a Kendoka from New York, relatively new to Kendo. I've been practicing on and off for about 3 years, and I'm currently unranked. I'm really appreciating your channel and videos. Oh, thank you. They've been very helpful to learn the ins and outs of Kendo. Good. I recently participated in the Garden State Kendo tournament in New Jersey. This is my 5th tournament I participated in ever, and my first non-college centric Kendo tournament. So I felt quite green compared to everyone else. Nonetheless, I had a lot of fun competing. I played 2 matches. First one in the Q division, second in the team division as Chuken for my team. I'm red in the first match and white in the second. You can spot me wearing a KendoStar basic set in both of them. So this is the V2 basic. It was a great Borg set, entry-level Borg set. I'm very happy with how well the set fits and protective it's been. Good. I feel I have a lot to work on in all parts of my Kendo, and I wanted to send these to feedback, see what feedback you have and any general areas to work on. Okay, right, let's have a look then. So we're looking at your individual match first. Okay, let's have a look. You said you were red in the first one, is that right? Is that right? Did I remember that right? Red in the first match. So that means you're on the right hand side here. Okay, good. Sonkyo's good. Like what you're doing. Okay. All right, so good thing is that you're sort of doing a kind of fumikomi, but you need to improve the quality of your fumikomi so that your strikes, when they connect, have some kind of impact. All right. The fumikomi is not about, you know, stomping your right foot down on the floor. It's about launching yourself forward with your left leg. All right, and pushing your hips forward so that you close the distance between yourself and the opponent. And at the same time, as the strike connects, it helps you transfer your body weight in a way to the tip of the shinai so that your strike becomes powerful. But at the minute, it's kind of like it's the right foot that's stamping down rather than your left leg that's pushing you forward. That's the big thing you need to fix in this, all right? That's why sometimes, like this, you get this big difference in timing. So your foot connects much earlier than the shinai. Before your shinai is even finished starting to swing, your foot has already landed, all right? Okay, not bad though. Good spirit, good attacking spirit. Your kama is good, your post is good. Like it all, it's very, very good. The main thing we need to work on is getting this fumikomi better. Listen, you improve this fumikomi, your kendo's gonna like skyrocket, really skyrocket. Yeah, you see like this sort of thing. Like they see again, there it is, right? Their foot is well in advance. It's about leaping forward with the left leg, not about stomping with the right foot. Yeah, you stomp with the right foot, but that's the main thing, you know. This is a dangerous position to find yourself in, Shiai. Here, like this, where you have this kind of weird distance between the two of you, and you're trying to defend, but like obviously there's Q division, so there's not much that's going to happen. But like if you go into an open division against a high level Dan player, they're going to really easily hit you at this point. All right, really easily hit your kote or get you to drop your hand so they can hit the men. Or you want to stick to them. So I understand. There's a I understand the reasoning for lifting the flag here. I'm not saying it's Ippon or not, but I understand the reasoning for lifting it because this is your kode is kind of too late, and you're making too much of a big step. See how big your step is when the kode is so close, yeah. And then the men comes over and actually does hit your men. So for this level of Shiai, this I understand the reasoning for lifting. All right, I'm not saying that this should or not, but that's the decision of the people. But it's an understandable raise of the flag there. It was a close men from you there, but again the Fumikomi lets you down. Okay. It's a slightly unfortunate. Amen. Could we could go into how the sort of specifics of that happened, but I mean, I think the main reason in this is that you both sort of happen to go at the same time, and he's a bit bigger than you. Oh, that was good. So you didn't manage to make contact, but you went at the right time. You went at the right time, but you didn't manage to get it there. All right. So once your Fumikomi improves and your cutting action improves a bit too, you'll definitely be able to land this kind of men, and it'll be a really really fantastic ippon. That's good. So again, you see, so you're hitting at good points here, but I really want you to think about this Fumikomi, all right? I've done a video on Fumikomi. It's a bit of an old one now, maybe maybe a few years old, but, have a watch of it anyway, see if you can sharpen it up. Okay, so... yeah, so this has happened because you're still slightly off balance after going backwards. So again, it's just about sharpening the footwork up a little bit, and you'd be able to deal with this in a little bit of a better situation. But look, I think you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. But I don't want to throw a load of things at you. I think the main thing you really need to fix is that Fumikomi. Once that Fumikomi starts to improve, and you start to have what's called Fumikiri, which is a push off on the left, then I definitely think you're going to start to see a rapid improvement, all right? And then you can start working on things like your cutting technique and what have you, okay? So you've got one more match. It's time in white, right? Okay. The team division, okay. And you're Juken. I don't know what the score is, but it doesn't matter. This time the opponent's a similar height to you. Maybe it's a mixed division though, or open division, so maybe it's a... Okay. This is dangerous, right? Okay. So look, I see this a lot at your level, all right? I don't mean this in a derogatory way. I'm not it's not a sort of, I'm not having a go. All right? I'm just trying to help you, right? But where you get the sort of Q level players, and you get this kind of, I mean, like, what's going on here? Like, what you're like kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. But like, if you do that, often you'll end up losing because you don't have the experience to really apply proper semi to the other person, so it's like, what are we doing now? Like, so I think it's better to be a little bit more proactive. I'm not saying hit more necessarily, but at least be a little bit more proactive, try to find the chance rather than like wait for it to happen. Yeah. Okay. I think your left heel's too high as well, and that's partly connected to why your Fumikomi is struggling. Yeah, look how high this is. It's too high. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so again, you know, I don't know what the score is, of course. You know, if you only need a draw, then I guess you don't need to try and go and get points, which is fine. But you know, I'd like to see you be a little bit more proactive, trying to find the chance to hit a point. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, this is quite a good chance for Kote, right? Yeah. But again, let down a little bit by the lack of Fumikomi. Yeah. And obviously, like the kind of cutting action with the Shinai as well. So it means that you can't really transfer the power to the Shinai. And that's why it sounds like this kind of kacha rather than bokong. You know? Kacha. Kacha. It doesn't sound like a Kote strike, you know? Someone comes flying into the Shiai door from outside. That's kind of scary. Okay, good. This is better. This is better. I prefer this interaction. That's good. But you see this hesitation as well now, right? Now you're like, you're kind of like feeling hesitant to strike. Like you need to really go for it. If you're going to hit, just hit, man, you know? If you're hesitant and you're more likely to get struck, you know? Also, when you're retreating from Super Zeriai, try to keep the Shinai in Kamae. Try not to let it go this way. You can get the hand socket for that with the new regulations. Heard that. See what I mean about the sound? Okay. Okay. Can't complain about that, right? It's is what it is. All right. But you see, actually, you know what, right? I'm going to give you a little tip on this bit as well. This is partly as well, this is all down to that Fumikomi too, right? Because you made this sort of Fumikomi and it's more the stepping out with the right foot rather than pushing forward the left foot. It left you in this sort of vulnerable distance straight after hitting because you weren't able to launch yourself forward. Do you know what I mean? So as your Fumikomi improves, you're less likely to receive this kind of strike. Okay? Okay, so again, a little bit too much in terms of hesitation. It's just this Fumikomi though. Honestly, I think I just want you to, I just want to see you do work on that, and I think the whole like quality of your Kendo is going to raise quite a lot. All right, so look at the video I've done on that. Go and watch some like Shiai videos of high level Kendo. Look, try to examine how they do the Fumikomi, and I think you'll make it, you know, a big improvement. Heel, drop the heel a bit. Time up. Finished? Okay. So there we go. All right. So it's really all about Fumikomi in your case. All right. It's really about Fumikomi. I know I keep, you know, banging on about that. I don't want to throw loads at you because I think once you get that sorted, and it's the main thing with people at your level, is getting that Fumikomi right. But once you do, you're going to have a much, you know, sort of, you're going to have you're going to improve a lot faster is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so very well done. Thank you very much for sending it. Thank you to both submissions for sending the the videos to me today. I hope it's been useful. If you would like to send a video for feedback, all you have to do is upload it to YouTube is the best way. Set it to unlisted or public if you like, but don't set it to private. And then send the link to me at mail@kendostar.com. I do every one of these, everybody that sends these, I've done every single one so far, all right? So, you know, I'll definitely do it. Thank you again. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.